board members, present and former students, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, I'm delighted to be part of this opening ceremony of the excellent state-of-the-art athletic center, which I just toured. And I want to thank you, Mr. Chairman, and the board members and management for the invitation. This center is a magnificent facility which will afford students to pursue and enjoy their studies while fully taking advantage of the facility for physical activities. We know life at school cannot only be about studying in class. It can get extremely boring. Besides that, we know that schools are areas where students can develop their full potentials in diverse areas, including sports, music, drama, art, and so on. And therefore, this facility that you have constructed and which is going to be officially open today is going to be extremely useful to students here. And I'm also very delighted to know that the facility will be available to other students around the country, particularly in Dar es Salaam. I just saw a team Juhudi practicing basketball down there, and I understand quite a number of tournaments take place here to afford other students the facility that you have made available here. So thank you, and I commend you. And I commend, in general, IST for being an excellent school education facility. You have done a great service to our country and made it more comfortable to diplomatic members to be in Tanzania, knowing that they can get an excellent education system. So we thank you for that, and we will support you always. It's true that yours is a very expensive service, but it is an excellent service. And after all, it's an option. People will come here willing buyer, willing seller. We have no reason to interfere with that. And we are very grateful for the scholarship arrangement that you have put in place, where some students who have done NECTA exam and perform well and pass through the interview, they get full tuition and support, including grants to accompany other students when they go for overseas trips. Thank you so much for that support. And I'll ask you for more. We'll want to sit down together and discuss and see what we can do as a government together with you so we expand these possibilities of scholarship. We will have a view. Taking you down doesn't lift us anywhere, but learning from you will help us to move up. And we know the scholarship can only be very limited. Now I understand it's about 5 students, even 10, even 100 still is a drop in the ocean for the country. But it is something that can inspire others, particularly if that kind of scholarship is arranged in a manner that it can attract students from rural area, from different parts of the country, just on merits, that they have done very well in NECTA exams. They'll come here and study. We don't know the multiplier effect that they may have in the society and the possibility of going abroad for further studies. So we'll sit together. I'll arrange for a meeting. We discuss, apart from the 5 scholarship that you offer, let's discuss what we can do as a government. Can we put a little bit something, and then you put a little bit bigger so that you can have more students coming to study here? I look forward for that. Looking through your facilities, I can see how education is supposed to be offered. I went through the classroom where you have about 20 students. I saw how you, apart from being an international school with excellent education in physics and chemistry, but they also do some artwork, and they participate in skills development. The class size is small, about 20 students per class. These are excellent facilities. We are going to learn from you. As you know, our President, Her Excellency President Samia Suluhu Hassan, has directed our ministry to work through major educational reforms in this country to make sure that the education system responds to the need of our country, needs of the community, and also meet the global challenges that each country is facing right now. We are working through that reforms. We hope to be able to engage with you also, to learn from you, and make sure that together we try to improve the education system in the country. We are looking in particular at the education policy that was enacted 2014, which has not been fully implemented, that also discusses the number of years that will constitute a compulsory education. Right now, we have 7 years compulsory education. That policy stipulates 10 years. We are discussing about Canadian system, I think more or less the same system. We are looking at the budgetary implication of doing that. We think maybe we can have a system where those who want to read a lot, do a lot of academic-related system, they'll go through one stream. Majority who may really want more skill-intensive kind of training, through kind of vocation training, they can cover the 4 years after 6 years of primary education and improve their skills so that they can easily be absorbed in the economic system of the country. So this first thing we are going to look, which may entail reviewing the Parliamentary Act of 1978 that deals with education. And then we are also looking at curriculum review to see how we can improve, where we can simplify, what we can drop, what needs to be integrated, how can we address local needs. You are from the fishing village, are we going to accommodate a little bit of fishing in your curriculum, and so on and so forth. We are going to look at the numbers of teachers that we have, the distribution of the teachers. We discussed a little bit about that. We're going to look at the quality of teachers, which means teacher training systems in the country to improve the quality, looking at infrastructure, and the government has done a lot right now with support from development partners, constructing classrooms and so on, and teaching aids, including books and so forth. And learning from you, and something that the government intends to do, we also have to make school an interesting place for kids and youth, which means sports. To make sure that we cater for sports, because that can also, apart from making school more interesting, there are those with full potential for sports. They can develop their capacities through the education system. So there are a lot of things we can work together, we can learn from it. This is an elite school, and we can only learn from the best, isn't it? And see how we can innovate and make sure that we do the right thing within the means that we can afford. Your challenges that you face here, I promise you, since you are going to work, and I believe we will still expand some scholarships, I'm going to work through the permits of teachers who are coming to teach here, because we want to see other people coming to teach in Tanzania, particularly because you have a system that helps Tanzanians who graduated from our universities to come to do internship here, to go abroad for master's scholarships, so they can come and teach here or any other such schools here in Tanzania and abroad. And therefore, the ministry will work with you whenever you face challenges of allowing teachers from abroad to come and teach here. I want them to come and teach everybody here and continue to support us. I said mine will be a very short speech, right? So congratulations once again for the excellent facility that I saw. But actually, this is my first time I've been in the campus.